The Walking Dead, in view of the comic book series composed by Robert Kirkman and distributed by Picture Comics, recounts the narrative of the long stretches of time that trail not too far behind a zombie end of the world. It follows a gathering of survivors, drove by cop Rick Grimes, who travel looking for a completely safe home. The comic proceeds to investigate the difficulties of life in a world overwhelmed by zombies who negatively affect the survivors, and once in a while the relational struggles present a more serious risk to their proceeding with endurance than the zombies that meander the country. Over the long haul, the characters are changed by the consistent openness to death, and some develop able to effectively make do. Sheriff Delegate Rick Grimes awakens from a state of extreme lethargy to become familiar with the world is in ruins and should lead a gathering of survivors to remain alive. Sheriff Delegate Rick Grimes has chance and falls into a state of insensibility. At the point when awoken, he ends up in a zombie end of the world. Not understanding what to do, he embarks to find his family. That's what after he's done, he gets associated with a gathering to turn into the pioneer. He assumes responsibility and attempts to assist this gathering with making do, track down a spot to live and get them food. This show is about endurance, the dangers and the things you'll need to do to make do. Sheriff Representative Rick Grimes has chance in battle and stirs to a zombie end of the world. He meets a gathering on the edges of Atlanta and, soon, turns into their chief. The walkers, what they call zombies, feed on the living, so they attempt to move to various and more secure areas to get by. Rick Grimes was the sheriff at Lord District Police Office until one day he and his accomplice Shane Walsh get a call around two men in a vehicle with firearms. During that call, Rick has chance and goes into a trance-like state. He awakens to a reality where the dead reawakened. Sheriff appointee Rick Grimes has been shot. He falls into a state of extreme lethargy and awakens in a medical clinic, just to observe that it is in ruins. He tracks down a gathering of survivors and adjusts to the main survivors left in the city. Then, at that point, much to his dismay, he before long becomes known as the pioneer. Sheriff Representative Rick Grimes needs to get the little gathering he appended himself to somewhere safe and secure, food and water. The main thing that stops them is the walkers, otherwise called zombies. The Strolling Dead recounts the narrative of the long stretches of time that trailed not very far behind a zombie end of the world. It follows a gathering of survivors, drove by previous cop Rick Grimes, who travel looking for a no-problem-at-all home. As the world invaded by the dead negatively affects the survivors, their relational struggles present a more serious risk to their proceeding with endurance than the walkers that wander the country. Over the long run, the characters are changed by the steady openness to death, and some develop able to successfully make do. In view of the comic book series of a similar name by Robert Kirkman, Tony Moore, and Charlie Adlard.
I got a granddaughter who likes dressing up too. Cute as a button. She loves Peter Pan. She's always asking this old-timer to read it to her. She's sharp as a tack. Full of ideas, questions about the Lost Boys and those pirates. Probably because I never grow old. She says to me, "Grandpa, are you old?" I said, "Yeah, sweetheart, I'm old, and one day you're gonna be as old as me." And this gets her brains all cooking, and she says, "Grandpa, are you gonna die?" And I say, "Yeah, sweetheart, of course I'm gonna die one day. It's not gonna be today." And finally, she says to me, "Grandpa, am I gonna die?" Oh, how do you explain a question like that to a kid? So when Halloween rolls around the next year, there she is, proud as punch. She stands up and she goes, "Grandpa, I'm gonna be a pirate." Don't you worry, sweetheart. I'll find you. I promise.
She's here! Give me the key.
The bag.
The key.
My bag. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not too bad. A lot of walkers. There's a shitload of the family everywhere. I think I can see the purifier. They've already hooked it up.
Maya, Aiden, where are you? We found a way in. South side of the camp. Anderson, we've spotted the purifier. But I'm not sure about this.
There is no other way. We need to get it back. Do it fast and stay quiet, or every walker in the city's gonna turn up.
Shit. Someone's here!